Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert, the Fantasy Football Counselor. We are talking Week 5 studs and sucks. What a phenomenal Week 5 for my teams. Had a great week. Curious to see how you guys did, so make sure you guys in the comments below leave your stud and suck of the week, while me and Tim are going to be announcing our studs and sucks of the week. Welcome to the show, Tim. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How's it going? And let me just start off by saying I am the suck of the week.
How's that? What do you mean you're the suck of the week?
In the FTFN, I got absolutely destroyed. Other than Thielen, I don't think I had anybody hit double digits, man. It was ugly.
It's so weird because you do bad, I do good, and vice versa. I had a great week because our players are completely different, man.
Yeah, and you take risky players. You take guys that have paid off. A guy like a Chase Claypool, man. I mean, you said you've got him in all your leagues, and he paid off huge this week.
Yeah, but he was on the bench. That's the unfortunate thing. He was on the bench. He was on the. At least I have him. He's going to be a top waiver wire Week 6 pick. But unfortunately for me, he was on the bench. Tim, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that hurts, man. Leaving that many points on the bench.
Yeah, I can't believe it. So listen, Tim, we're going to go through the studs and sucks of the week. I'm just going to pull up all my studs and sucks. Guys, at the end of the video, Tim and I are going to award. Listen, we're going to award a stud and suck at each position, but we're going to go through every position and go through the studs and sucks, starting with quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, and then finally the running back position. Tim, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to rock, brother. Let's do it.
Well, let's start off with the quarterback position here. So I'm going to list off some quarterbacks here that were absolute studs of the week. And again, at the end, we're going to list our suck of the week at each position. Pat Mahomes, great week. Ryan Fitzmagic, Kyler Murray having a great week. Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, he had a big, deep throw. That really helped inflate his numbers. I think that went to, who did that go to? I think it was Cooper Kupp, one of those guys. Derek Carr, Big Ben had a great week. Mind you, Claypool was the beneficiary there. Teddy Bridgewater, who I started, mind you, had a good matchup versus Atlanta, and Gardner Minshew. Those are your top 10 at quarterback. Any thoughts on that, Tim?
You know, it's funny. You're talking about Ben having a great week. It really wasn't a great week, man. Look at the stats lines. It's not that impressive. Okay, 27 of 34 is pretty damn impressive.
Right.
But the yardage was way down, 240. A 7-yard average. That's crazy for Big Ben. You never used to see those kind of numbers. So 240 yards, 3 touchdowns. His rushing was non-existent. Been big surprise there. It's just not a great stat line, but it got the job done, and he helped Claypool put up those big points.
Right. I'm going to go through some crappy players here. I'm looking at it, man. I don't like the way Lamar played. 13.5 points PPR, not the greatest. Daniel Jones been a big bust this year. And my guy, Matt Ryan, mind you, I was going to bench him, but I also have Aaron Rodgers, so he was on a bye week, so I had to start Matt Ryan this week. Matt Ryan, crap in the bed, man. What do you have, like 7 points? Tim, that's unacceptable, man. Absolutely unacceptable from Matt Ryan.
You know what's hilarious is I thought he might have a bad week, so I put in Joe Burrow, who finished with 4.5 points.
Really, Joe Burrow?
That's what I'm saying, man. I got trashed this week.
Man. Also, Phillip Rivers, not the greatest week as well. I'm a little bit disappointed in Phillip Rivers all around, being a Colts fan and their performance. In reality, Joe Burrow having a bad week. And Jimmy G, I think he got pulled. I wasn't watching that game, man, but I believe he got pulled. I can't believe San Fran lost. San Fran lost to Miami. That's insane, Tim. Absolutely nuts.
San Fran is so banged up, though, man. Like, their defensive line, everybody is just banged up. They're not doing well because of that.
All right, we got to move on here to the running back position. I'm going to go. Wide receiver. Wide receiver position. Wide receiver. We're saving it. Let's talk about wide receiver. Chase Claypool, a guy I was telling you to stash on your bench. A guy that I said one of them, either Deontay or Claypool, is going to break out. Tim, I've said this probably 1,000 times in the offseason. I've got Claypool in all my leagues. We know Big Ben likes to throw to wide receivers. I'm not sold on Juju being the one. And I knew someone would emerge, and Claypool has an emergence game. Now, I'm not going to get too excited. It was one game, okay? He did 4 touchdowns, 3 receiving, 1 rushing, 42.6 PPR points. Tim, I don't know if this is going to continue. Not on this level, but I think that we've got something here with this guy. I think he's really talented.
Yeah, so he's had a couple of on weeks and a couple of off weeks, right? So last week he only had 2.5, 3 points, something like that. Week before was pretty decent in the mid-teens, high teens, and week 1 was just okay as well. So It's sporadic, but Juju definitely not looking like who we thought he would be, man. Not for the last couple of years now, and there's no more excuses.
Yeah, Juju's out of excuses, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but Claypool looks like an absolute stud. If you don't have him, make sure you try to acquire him. Travis Falgum. What a weird name. Falgum. It's like trying to cough something up. Falgum out of Philly actually had. Now, people are like, why are you making fun of people's names, Joe? Why are you doing that? People are so friggin' crazy, man.
Easy, princesses. It's gonna be okay.
How could you make fun of his name? You know, all these people sticking up for these players. It's like, dude, they don't care about you. Everyone's upset. Like, they don't care about you. People are going to bat. You know, you're a terrible person. How could you say that? I'm just calling it how it is, what I'm seeing on the field. And people are like, how could you say that about that person? How could you talk bad about CMC? Do you think CMC gives a crap about you? He just bought $7 million mansion with his girlfriend. I don't think he really cares that he's hurt. I don't really think he cares about you, right? So
he doesn't care that Joe calls him a name. It really doesn't affect these guys.
No, it doesn't. So, I mean, but people die for these guys. Oh my God, Tim, how could you say that about my guy? Shame on you. I hope you die, Joe.
You talk trash about CMC, I'm going to kill you.
But here's the thing. I don't care what you guys think. So it works out the same way. All right, Brandon Cook's finally emerging here, third amongst wide receivers. Your boy, Adam Thielen, having a great week, getting those 2 touchdowns, 80 yards. Not bad, Tim. That's your guy.
Doing it late again, though. Late again. I mean, this guy scares me. It's like every week I'm watching, and it's like halftime. I'm like, oh, my God, what the hell? Thielen's got 3 or 4 points. And then, boom, he just crushes it.
Yeah, Thielen's been pretty consistent, a primary target. My guy Jefferson didn't do too well. DK Metcalf been solid and consistent, 5th amongst wide receivers. Great week. Jameson Crowder, DeAndre Hopkins, great week. Calvin Ridley. I saw him drop a few balls, which sucked, but still solid, top 8 amongst wide receivers. Mind you, we still got 2 games to go. We got the Chargers and the Saints and the Bills and the Titans. Hopefully those games don't get canceled. So a couple of these guys could slip in here in the top 10. Darius Slayton, Preston Williams having the game of his life, putting up some solid points. I ended up playing against him in a league, and I still think I might win the league. Now, I want to make a note here. Robbie Anderson beating DJ Moore yet again, being and showing he is the wide receiver 1 there. And Tim, everybody was knocking me, man. They're like, "Oh, Robbie Anderson, you're nuts." I got him for free while you guys are investing a 3rd-round pick on DJ Moore.
That's the key, man. Sometimes you got to take a chance on those late guys that you believe in, and you get them for next to nothing. Like you say, if they pan out, great. If they don't pan out, so what? You cut them. They're gone.
Yeah, and you got to imagine that he was on the Jets last year, and Jets is a place where careers go to die. All right, some guys that crapped the bed, and I got to talk about this, man. I really and Cedric Wilson, by the way, 10 points. The guy that broke out and everyone was jumping on the waiver wire a couple weeks ago. What has he done since from the Cowboys? We saw the injury with Dak. By the way, let's talk about that Dak injury, Tim. How crazy? Did you end up seeing the injury with Dak?
I did. I saw the replays, man. I didn't see it live. That's just nasty.
It's crazy. The ankle was it looked like it was completely separated off to the side and backwards. It was something that I thought he lost his shoe at first. I really thought he lost his shoe. So I kind of feel for Dak. Unfortunately, things happen. Injuries happen. He will be probably gone for the rest of the season. I don't see him coming back from this, Tim.
No, not that quick. That's for sure.
No. I mean, so you weren't grossed out by it?
I mean, it's kind of gross to see it, but it's like, that shouldn't be like that. Oh, well, life goes on.
Yeah, no.
You know what else we haven't talked about either is the problem with all of those sites, man. Everybody was having an issue yesterday. The stats provider for all the big name companies was having an issue with their systems, and nobody was getting updated. So all these GPP pools that you're looking at, and you're like, what the hell, man? Why are we all in first place and I don't have any points? I was checking some of mine all day long. I'm like, yeah, it'll update soon. Nope, nothing coming.
Yeah, it seems like the stats weren't updating from FanDuel and DraftKings. And I had a good lineup. I'm like, I want to see it. I had like Teddy Bridgewater, Robbie Anderson there, I had Kareem Hunt. I had a bunch of other players in there. I'm like, I want to see my stats. So I haven't seen. I checked late last night. It wasn't updated. So I don't know what's going on with those stats.
Yeah, I haven't bothered to look this morning, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're still not up. But that was a weird thing, man. So, yeah, you mentioned 2 of the big ones, but even some of the smaller guys, like there's another one that I like to play on, and just nothing. So I'm like, I'm in the dark. I don't think I did that great, but I don't think I did that bad. I might be in the money, but it's going to be like a break-even sort of thing.
All right, so let's move on here. Wide receivers were on. Other guys that crapped the bed. Sammy Watkins, I think he got banged up. Who else really crapped the bed here? T. Higgins, I expected a little bit more out of him. What do you have, like 10 points? Larry Fitzgerald
Johnson, who you were talking about earlier.
Johnson.
Not even 1 point.
Went out with a back injury. Tim, I'm beyond disappointed about that. I can't believe he went out that early. Juju, 6.8 points. What a letdown. Who else is there that I'm missing? DJ Shark.
Did you say Amari?
Amari Cooper, 4.1 points. Unacceptable.
Oh, my God.
I mean, come on, man. These guys are supposed to be your top wide receiver. AJ Green, 0 points. I told you to stay away from that guy. What a disaster that guy is, honestly.
A guy who had been coming on pretty strong, and then I think the last couple of weeks has cooled off. Russell Gage for Atlanta. He was looking like a great young rookie, and now he's just looking like a rookie.
Yeah, man, it's been absolutely brutal. All right, let's move on here to the tight end position. I'm going to pull that up here. Now, again, with wide receivers, it's very volatile. It almost seems everything's like wide receiver by committee now. So it's been terrible. Moving on to tight end here, I'll go through the top 10 guys here that were actually studs. Travis Kelce, what's new? Mark Andrews showing up yet again. Darren Waller showing up, being a primary target with 15.8 points. Mike Gesicki, 14.1. I started him in one league. Darren Fells, Gerald Everett, Jimmy Graham, consistent. He's been pretty consistent. Had a couple off weeks, but pretty steady there in Chicago. Austin Hooper had a decent game. Irv Smith Jr. and Evan Ingram, believe it or not, had 9.5 PPR fantasy points. Tim, what are your thoughts on those guys?
Okay, great.
Tight ends are so boring. It's just, if you get 10 points.
Well, I don't want to say nobody killed it. Kelce killed it. Andrews was kind of what you expect from Andrews. It was decent, 1 touchdown, so that put him there. Waller, same sort of deal. You always expect quite a bit from him. The points for the tight ends this week were not that hot. So your top 8 or 9, 8 and 9 just barely hit the double digits. So, that's what we always say, man. 10 points from a tight end, anything over is great. So you had a couple of your studs there. Most of the guys did crap, including Hayden Hurst. By the way, it's kind of time to cut Hayden Hurst.
Really? You're not happy with Hayden Hurst anymore?
Dude, it's just not happening. He is a glorified blocking running back, essentially. He's just not getting the ball. He's out there a lot of the times. His snap count's probably pretty high. Not getting the looks. He's just out there to block.
Yeah, he's not a good tight end at all. I didn't expect.
Well, I think he's a good tight end. I just think in this place, he's not doing it.
All right,
There's too many options there, and he's not one of them.
Okay, so Hayden Hurst crapped the bed, 2.8 points. He's just not a good pass catching tight end. He's not getting the volume. Atlanta as a whole has been a disaster. We underestimated. I thought they'd be a good offense. Everybody did on paper, but 0-5 is ridiculous. Kyle Rudolph, don't expect much of him. But Tyler Higbee, 3.2 points. At this point, you shouldn't be expecting much out of him. Gronkowski, 8.2, which is safe. But yeah, pretty much the sucks of the week there are Higbee, I would say, because he has some expectations. Hayden Hurst, Jason Witten kind of crapped the bed as well. But overall, what you see, Zach Ertz, 1.6. There you go. Zach Ertz, there's a guy that people are expecting a lot out of, and he absolutely crapped the bed. Tim, I kind of feel bad for Zach Ertz owners. This is why I say, guys, I repeat, do not waste an early pick on a tight end, because you're seeing guys do well that, you got late. Even at wide receiver, Chase Claypool. All right, Tim, we got to shift over here to the running backs, okay? Mike Davis. Now, again, similarly, people sticking up, I was talking about this at the beginning of the show, people losing it, and people were losing it when I said, you don't need Christian McCaffrey. You got Mike Davis. Mike Davis played hard. Did you watch that game, Tim, at all?
I did not get to see much of that game. I kept following the stats as best I could, and I was impressed with the numbers he put up. So his average per carry was great. Used very well in the receiving game, too, and that's what you need. If you're going to compare a guy to a CMC, so CMC's replacement, if you're going to compare him to each other, he has to be involved in the receiving game. Mike Davis got it done this week. Is it going to be the same next week? I don't know. I don't think so.
And this is what pisses me off, because I think he's really good. I think that they don't even need, I think he's, CMC is good. There's no doubt about it, but he's a product of the offense. So when I look at these guys, I'm like, yeah, Davis is good. CMC is good, but they're a product of the offense. It's fit to cater to this running back with the O-line situation. So Davis is thriving in an offense that is, helps running backs thrive. Similarly, and I keep going back to this example years ago with Le'Veon Bell with the Steelers. Off the Steelers, he sucked somewhere else. CMC now I think is still better than Le'Veon Bell, but still a big product of the offense. Todd Gurley, my guy, Tim. I got to get some props here, man. He is showing up.
Oh, yeah, you got to get some props for hanging on to him for 5 weeks when he did pretty much
2 good weeks. No. Gurley's the real deal, although I do hate them bringing in Brian Hill here and there. It is very, very frustrating. Miles Sanders broke up for a huge run, finished third amongst running backs. Again, we still have a couple games to go. Henry could come in. Other guys come in here, okay? Zeke Elliott, solid game. Josh Jacobs had a couple touchdowns, looked really good. Darrell Henderson looks like he is the guy there. Cam Akers was back, but still, I think they're trying to work him back in off that rib injury. I assume he's back on the field, but I'm assuming he doesn't want to re-aggravate. Chase Edmonds is the guy there. He is the guy in Arizona now. Had a great week, 20 points. Kenyon Drake sucks. Mind you, Kenyon Drake saved his reputation somewhat because he got that goal line work. And Tim, we always talk about that mooching off the goal line. That's all he did, Tim. That's all he's ever done all season. This guy was a second-round pick, man. Early second-round pick.
That's one of the things I don't like about the scoring. And we've talked about it before, and I came up with this. I jokingly call it the STDS, so standard touchdown scoring. If you come in and you only punch in a 1 yard and that's all you've done for the entire drive, you do not deserve the full 6 points. No,
you don't. It's total crap, man. It's absolutely BS. And again, Drake is obviously the biggest bust so far. And everyone keeps telling me, Joe, David Johnson. But David Johnson continues to put up double-digit points, even though it's 12, right, or 11, or 14. And he's a good flex play, constantly giving you double-digit points. Nothing to get excited about, though.
He's a guy you were picking up typically in the 4th and 5th round. So if you can get double digits consistently out of him, there's nothing to complain about. He's going to have some upside games too.
That's it. That's all we're asking for there. Other guys, Myles Gaskin, Dalvin Cook still finished top 10, even though he sucked. I mean, if you look at the play, he got the ball, ran to the outside, tweaked his leg, he's out. I mean, did come back in, watched from the sidelines. Madison did amazing since he was gone. Actually, let's compare here. Madison, 112 yards, 5.6 yards per carry on 20 attempts. Dalvin Cook, 17 attempts, 65 yards, 3.8 yards per carry, and a touchdown. So that was the difference, was the touchdown there with Cook. Madison averaged more yards per carry and did good. Yet again, Tim, I'm going to explain this again. Another product of the offense. Dalvin Cook is good. He's explosive. But again, put him on the Jets and see how he does. He wouldn't survive a week.
Yeah, not many guys would, to be honest with you. But yes, when you compare these two, Madison does seem to be able to put up definitely the same kind of numbers. So, I've never rooted against Dalvin Cook. I'm not happy to see anybody get injured. Unfortunately, it's a groin. He's going for an MRI today. I do have Madison as one of my backup guys, so I'm happy to have him there. And if he even just fills in for a couple weeks, it might help me huge.
Man, what a waste of money I think Dalvin Cook was. He's going to get hurt again. I'm telling you, he's not going to survive the season, especially the amount of load they're giving him, okay? Chris Carson had a safe game, 19.9. David Montgomery had a little bit of a breakout game, 19 points. Nothing exciting. And Devontae Freeman, wow, 16 points here, and he pounded in a touchdown, believe it or not, on the Giants.
Did you just purposefully skip over Hunt?
Did I miss Kareem Hunt?
You did.
No, Kareem I would Hunt. Not do that. I would Kareem not.
Hunt, number 12. I mean, you're always talking against Chubb and how Hunt can do it.
Oh, so. I miss Kareem Hunt. Okay, that's why you're here, Tim. That's why you're here to cover me.
You mean it's not just my good looks?
No, that's definitely not it.
What you saying?
Listen, Kareem Hunt, how could I forget about him? Had a good game, came in, and again, I told you, stay away from Chubb. I didn't know it would be an injury. Turns out it is. All right, let's talk about some sucks of the week, and I got to honor these guys. Man, I mean, you are a running back. You're a starting running back. But, I mean, what's going on with Kenyon Drake? He got saved, Tim. He got saved. He had 13 points with that touchdown. Other than that, man, his name is absolute mush. That's all I got to say. He's not good.
Yeah. And you know what? I thought he'd still have a few good weeks here and there. Like, definitely not a full season player for me, but I thought in DFS he'd be all right.
Yeah.
So far, we're not seeing that even.
Not seeing it at all. All right, who else do we got here? We've got
Cam Akers, awful. Mark Ingram, awful.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 11 points. Unacceptable for a top 6 overall pick was where he was going for a lot of people. Cam Akers coming in. I stayed away from him. I knew he'd be worked in. Dearness Johnson, the guy that came in for Cleveland, that week as soon as Nick Chubb went down, we thought he'd get more volume. He ended up getting 8 attempts, 32 yards, 4 yards per carry. Nothing exciting, 4.6 points. But a guy that people were crazy about on the waiver wire. And again, you got to watch that 1 week wonder type of stuff. So, I mean,
Le'Veon Bell still ass.
Le'Veon Bell sucked. Leonard Fournette didn't play.
Mr. Hilaire.
Mr. Hilaire.
Nothing special.
Hilaire,
No,
whatever.
it's Hilaire.
I know. Malcolm Brown, people starting him like they think he's a superstar. He had years to wow, so we're not wowed. Mark Ingram crapped the bed as well. Brian Hill, don't trust him. James Robinson, only 10 points. He looks like he's running hard on a couple of plays, but he only mustered up 10 points. Tim, I don't know, man. Give us a suck of the week with the running back position. And before you do, guys, make sure you guys click below. Get your Manscaped trimmer below. Manscaped trimmer. Use promo code SHOWERLINE at manscaped.com and join us at Flick Chat, guys. Flick Chat. Make sure you guys join us on Flick Chat. I'm telling you guys, this app is amazing. Go down below, the link below, Flick Chat, and it's fantasy and sports chat. Join us on Flick Chat. We're chatting during games. And manscaped.com. Use promo code SHOWERLINE. Get your trimmer. All right, Tim, give us a suck of the week here at the running back position.
You want my suck of the week right now?
I want it right now.
Based off of expectations and where he's finished, not just this week, but a couple times now, and I've always been, I need to see more, Mr. Hilaire, you are my suck of the week.
And I don't blame you. I really don't blame you there. I don't blame you at all.
Expectations were high, man. Everybody thought this guy was going to come in and kill it, and he's had a few good weeks, but it's not consistent, not worth the first-round pick that a lot of people were putting him on.
All right, you ready for my suck of the week? And people are going to lose it because he still put up 19 points. The suck of the week is Dalvin Cook. Shame on you for getting injured for doing nothing. You literally grabbed the ball and went off to the side, and you were out. Like, I mean, you are glass.
You love to hate on this
guy. I hate that guy. I think he's the biggest waste of money ever. I think he's the most overrated, and he's a product of the offense. And we saw it last night with Alexander Madison. So it is what it is. Say what you want to say. I don't care. That is my suck of the week. All right, Tim, do you want to go to wide receiver and find us a wide receiver suck of the week? I'm really curious.
Wide receiver suck of the week.
I'm going to leave that up to you.
We were looking through it. There were some that I was keeping my eye on.
You're on camera, so look pretty here.
Dude, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm sorry to say, everybody. It is what it is.
All right, I'll give you a suck of the week. No, I don't know. I can't even say that. And a lot of people are high on Odell, 11.4.
I was just looking at him. Yeah.
Didn't we say it's Amari Cooper? Find out how much points Amari Cooper
Amari
had.
was like 4.3, I believe. So yeah, that's pretty horrible, man. You're definitely expecting more out of him.
So that is my suck of the week. I'm going to go with Amari Cooper. Terry McLaurin, 5.6 points. I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson, actually. That's probably my suck of the week. Deontay Johnson let me down. My 0.8 points, went out with a back injury. I'm either going to go Deontay Johnson or Amari Cooper.
Yeah, mine definitely has to be the Cooper.
Yeah, what did he put up? Did you have it up?
Yeah, I'm sure it's 4-3. No, 4-1.
Oh, my Goodness. Amari Cooper, I don't know what to tell you, man. You suck. All right, let's pull up a quarterback suck of the week.
Once again, just because of the expectations and how he pisses me off, it has to be Matt Ryan.
Really, Matt Ryan? Yeah, I think Matt Ryan as well for me. Who else is there here, Tim?
Phillip Rivers is right there as well. Daniel Jones, even. I mean, you're pretty high on Jones, even though he's like your second or third quarterback.
I'm giving it to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, you've got everything on the line. You're 0-4. You got to win. You've got some good receivers. You still have Calvin Ridley there. You got Hayden Hurst. You got Russell Gage. You got Todd Gurley. You got other options. You still crap the bed. I'm going to go with Matt Ryan as the suck of the week. Daniel Jones has been crapping the bed as well. Phillip Rivers, mediocre at best. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with him. And again, with tight end, is there any tight end here? I'm going to go with Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to say Hayden Hurst. And I've just told you, to me, he's pretty much droppable right now. Unfortunately, you can't even trade his ass for anything.
But we got to give it up with Hayden Hurst. We got to say, hey, enough's enough with Hayden Hurst.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not one to hang on, He's had 5 weeks. I think he's put up maybe 1 good week, 2 at best. You're done. You're out.
That's it. All right, man. Those are your sucks of the week, guys. Make sure in the comments you leave your sucks of the week. We're curious to hear who you think sucks for the week. I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And that wraps it up, Tim. Anything else we got to talk about?
So one thing you always say is hit that thumbs up button. Every time you do, Tim grows a hair. I wanted to tell you guys, I shaved my head just recently, like yesterday or the day before. And I was looking and I had one single black hair right in the middle top of my head. It's happening. I tried videoing it, but it just doesn't show up good on the phone camera. Anyways, keep hitting it. It's working. It's working. Yes.
All right.
Give me 80s back for me.
It seems like you need thousands of thumbs up just to get one black hair to show up. So, guys,
and there's some kind of delay or filter process on this, too. I don't know what you're doing, YouTube. I need this.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here, guys. And that is your Week 5 Studs and Sucks. Smash the thumbs up. Enjoy the Monday Night Football games. And we are out, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one, everybody.